Hello everybody and welcome back to Going Medieval. As always, I am Dor, and today we're going to go ahead and try and build up some walls and build up our defenses here. So what we're going to go ahead and do right off the bat here is place down the stonemason's bench. And for right now, we'll just go ahead and place it out in the open here by the stockpile so that the employee can go ahead and get the stone as fast as they can make it, right? So hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. And then once that's done being built, we're going to go ahead and see how much the walls are from this thing versus just the normal walls that we can place down in the crafting menu there. Okay, and with that thing built, we can make limestone brick, which is 20 limestone to give you 20 limestone bricks, but I don't see any other options in here unless this thing just changed. Yeah, I'm not seeing a different option on the wall there, so maybe it's needed for this thing. No, it still needs limestone for that. I'm not quite sure. We're gonna have them make a couple of these just so we can see if that gives us a different recipe in the crafting menu here. Maybe we probably need that before it shows up in the listing here to go ahead and make. And that was indeed the case here. Okay, so now we have limestone block walls versus just the normal raw limestone here. So we're going to go ahead and use this stuff because looking at the little pictures here, it's kind of hard to see, but this one kind of looks cleaner and a little nicer than this one. And this is gonna hopefully be permanent here, and we don't want to have to kind of tear this thing down and rebuild it every couple weeks here. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, right, is we are gonna go ahead and cut off the map from probably right here. We're gonna go all the way down and connect into the wall here. We don't have enough material, I know that, but I want to stretch all the way across here, and that's gonna connect into that. We're probably gonna go ahead and take this thing all the way to the end here until it goes off the map there, so we don't have to go ahead and do anything there. We are gonna go ahead and mine out this little chunk of the mountain thing here so it's not touching the building anymore. So something like that, and then over to this guy like that as well. That's going to open up that little chunk there, and we will probably leave this little bit alone for right now because there's really no reason to mine it just yet. And then on this side here, because we want the cemetery to stay inside of our border basically, we will go ahead and place down some more walls here. So we'll try and cut this little section of the map off from our stuff here. So something like this maybe. Going like that, a little two-stepping thingy mabobber here to go ahead and connect in. Actually, let's not do it there. Let's do it here so it connects in like that. And then all we need to worry about is having this thing probably mined out so they can't walk up on this. There we go. So that's going to mine that out. Then they're going to come from that way anyways. So let's actually mine out the other two here instead of that one. Let's mine out... Can I cancel you, please? Thank you. Let's mine out this one and mine out this one as well. We can't mine out that one. Okay. Well, we'll just mine out this one, and then we'll go ahead and put the wall here to go ahead and block off that section of the map here. So something like that maybe. And we'll just go ahead and put that all the way across that little corridor there so they don't come from that way. And that should be good, right? We'll make this little area our cemetery. We're not too worried about it. The only way to get to us is from this guy here, I think. So once we take that out, we should be okay. And then hopefully with all these walls right here, that kind of makes them come from a different way here, so they probably won't spawn there anymore, and hopefully they come from a different direction, but we won't really know that until we build or until we get raided again. And then for right now, I think that's all we'll do, right, with the walls. We'll go ahead and let them process this stuff through. We need to go ahead and have this guy auto making the limestone bricks forever, and we will go ahead and unpause it. They'll start doing their thing here. We're gonna also increase our planting stuff here. We need a lot more food coming through the line here instead of what we just had there. That was pretty terrible for winter. So we'll do a couple more bushes on the berries here. And I don't know how many we have down already, but we'll go ahead and add 3 more to each side, or 3 more rows to each side of this thing. And that should be good. Actually, we'll do 1 more row on the back here. That's going to be a whole bunch of berries coming through the line. We're going to grow some tall grass. Can we grow that on this stuff here? We can. Cool. Okay, so let's grow a bunch of that. And we'll go probably about that much for right now until we know what that's used for. We can go ahead and plant some herbs. Can we grow those on this type of dirt is the question. Let me see. Can we plant you there? We can't. We have to plant you on the green grass. So let's go ahead and cover some of this with that. And that should be enough herbs for right now until we actually need it for something. I'm not quite sure what we use that for either. We can plant down some barley. Can we plant that on the brown dirt? We cannot. We need it to be on the green grass. So let's go ahead and cover this little section of the green grass with it then. So that should be good. And we'll go out to probably about there with it. And that should be fine. Can I not plant on that? I can. Okay, there we go. So that's like 10 to 15 pieces of barley. That should be fine. We have some beets down already. I think this little section is beets. So we'll leave that be. We have some carrots. I think this little blue line here is carrots. We can go ahead and plant down some flax. Is this something I can plant on the brown dirt? It is not. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this little section then with it, and that should be good. And then for right now, that's all we're going to plant, right? We have all this other grass and dirt we can go ahead and fill in. But for right now, since we don't have a whole lot of people, we really don't need to expand our farms like super huge. So we'll leave that be, and then hopefully these guys will start getting into doing their stuff here. They are making the little berry bush field here, and someone's rebellious because we're probably low on food. Yeah, we're really low on food. They need food to go ahead and start eating. I guess we can go ahead and trigger some of our people to go ahead and hunt. That might be a good idea here. If we can see any animals on the map here. I don't actually see any animals on the map at all, like all the deers and stuff. Oh, here we go. We have bunnies and we have some wolves, I think, on the map here. Okay, so let's go ahead and target some of the bunnies here so that we can go ahead and get some food coming in. And for right now, I think 3 of them will be fine if we can actually go out and hunt them. I don't know if our people are actually going to do that or not. We are also going to go ahead and set a couple buildings in motion as well, but we're going to use the other types of walls for those because we don't have a whole ton of wood available right now. So we're going to go ahead and use the limestone itself instead of the limestone bricks, and that way we can hopefully get some more buildings down versus having to use the wood, which is kind of in short supply right now. So we are going to go ahead and put the brewery inside of its own little building. I don't think these things need to be necessarily big buildings, so I think for right now it should be fine being like a little 5x5 maybe, and I don't think we need to go too big with it. So let's see where we want to actually place this thing down at. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and put it over here on the stone. Since we can't plant any food or anything on the stone, we might as well place it here. I'm going to go ahead and put it as close to the plants as we can, and we're going to make it for right now a little 5x5. Actually, how big is that table for the brewing thingy? How big are you? You are a little, what is that, 3x2? So what we'll do is we'll plop that in there, and then we will plop a table in there as well, because they use the tables, if I understand the little thing correctly, they're supposed to use the tables as a little like prepping station. So what we'll do is we'll place a table probably sideways in there if the autosave would kindly go away. We have a raid coming in. Okay, so we have 6 people coming in. No big deal. We should be able to go ahead and deal with them. But with this thing over here, we're going to go ahead and probably place the table one more over. So we need it to be, what is that right now? A 5. So we need it to be a 6x4, 6x5. 6x4, 6x5, something like that. So I'm actually going to pause it for a second before they come over here because they're still up on the hill, so it's fine. But I'm going to pause it regardless so we can go ahead and place this stuff down really quick. So that should be fine, right? If we place the brewing station in there, that should be just enough room for them to get there, and it is. So then we're going to have the table on the side of that. Let's go ahead and finish this then. So can I get you back, please? There we go. That should be fine. And if we place the flooring down, we're going to go with, is there a difference in flooring other than what material they use? I'm going to go ahead and put wood flooring in here. We might need a little time here to go ahead and get that generated just because we don't have any, but that should be fine. And then on top of that wood flooring, we're going to place down the brewing station, which should be fine there. And then the table needs to go on that hexagon or that little square there. So if I can remember that, it needs to go there. And so the door needs to go on this layer here, and then we should be good to go ahead and close off this building. So let's go ahead and do that now. We can go ahead and finish this off like that, and we can go there. If we put a door in, oh, we have a new door type, although I think they both need iron. Yeah, they both need iron, so we can't do either of those. Let's go ahead and place the door there. We can place the walls in like that, and then let's see, where do we want some windows? We can place some windows in here. Let's place one there and there, and then same thing on the other side. That should be fine. And then we can go ahead and put the roof in, and I think for right now we'll go ahead and do a different roof type other than the thatch thing that we've been doing. Let's try the limestone slate roof, and when that comes together it should look pretty decent here. Let me go ahead and get all my people ready to go ahead and fight these guys. So I think they're all asleep right now. Yep, they're all asleep. Okay, so let me unpause it and wait until they get a little closer to go ahead and wake them up with the army thing here. All right, so here they come. Let's go ahead and wake everybody up. Let's get everybody here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's get everybody here. I unhighlighted everybody. Let's get them all going there. there. Thank you. And hopefully we can go ahead and take out these guys without too much casualties going on here. They pretty much just tore through that guy. That was nice. The melee guys are pretty good. I don't know if I think they're still rocking the normal little spear things. They just completely obliterated these people. We got one more guy left. Let's go ahead and make sure we take care of him so that he doesn't walk away from this. And they should have him killed in just a second. There we go. So now all of these people can go ahead and go back to their day-to-day thing. We didn't have anybody die. I guess these people do have names for the time that they're alive. When they're dead, it just turns into an enemy corpse or whatever bandit type they are. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and toggle all this stuff to go ahead and get picked up so they can go ahead and clean this little area out a little bit. And then we should be kind of okay. They're going to take a little while here to get this thing up and running. And I'm kind of hoping we get some more settlers here because we kind of need some more people. I would like to get around 15 and then hold it there for a little while just to kind of get things up and running a little more smoother to have more people doing their jobs and stuff. But for right now, the 7 that we do have is pretty fine right now. Oh, we need to go ahead and toggle the trees to get cut down because that's not something they do automatically. So these things are growing again. They're not mature just yet. Are these ones mature? Those ones are not mature. They're still growing. So if we could have them go up here and mine this stuff, that would be great because then we can go ahead and cut these trees down and start excavating this little chunk of the mountain here. So there we go. We got another settler coming in. It's the same thing as one of the last people we had. They are injured and bleeding, and one of our people found them. We got Emmett here. So let's go ahead and welcome them in, and then we should go ahead and I think we have we have the rooms ready to go. We don't need to go ahead and build one. They should be kind of okay doing what they need to do. But they're still not digging out this section here. I keep highlighting them and prioritizing them to dig this thing out, but they are not. And I don't know if it's because maybe they can't get to it properly with the stairs, but they're just not, they're not getting to it, and I don't know what to do about that. Okay, so I went ahead and canceled a couple of the mining sections here because we only really wanted it to not touch the building anymore. And so I went ahead and canceled from, I think, this point on to the bush there, and that's pretty much all that I canceled. And we should be okay with that. We might mine that out later, but for right now, we just don't want it touching the building. So that should be fine for what we need right now. And then this building over here is pretty much done. There is a couple windows left to go, and then the roofing bits here and there should be done once the window is put in. I guess they can't do the roof without the window there. So now that that's pretty much done, we can go ahead and put this stuff in here. So let's get the brewing station in there. So not enough resources. That's going to be fine. That'll be fixed in a second when we get the trees and stuff getting cut down. And then the table can go ahead and go in here as well. So I guess I made this too big. I wanted it to have it like snugly in there. Whatever, that's fine. We'll go ahead and put the table there. And if we need to, we can double up on tables. But for right now, we'll just only put one in there, and that should get this stuff up and running. So let's also put a torch in here so they can see what they're doing. And we'll place it right above the table here, and then hopefully this counts as the little building if there is specific buildings. I don't think there is. And then hopefully once that's done, this guy can go ahead and start making the wine and stuff because we have berries getting produced again, so we should have stuff rolling out of here momentarily. So let me go ahead and let them process this stuff through a little bit more here. One thing I'm going to change on the jobs here is them not prioritizing the moving of items here. So I'm going to change all of this down to 1, and I think I can do it from this, right? Yeah, let's change them all down to 1, and that way they don't have stuff just laying all over the floor because that's kind of getting a little annoying to me. We have a bunch of armor and stuff that could just be shoved in the stockpile here, and we also have a bunch of food that's already cooked, but it's just sitting on the floor instead of being put in our storage thing down below to go ahead and preserve it. So we're going to go ahead and speed up time here. So another thing I want to go ahead and build while they are finishing up the little brewery building over there is a smokehouse. So we're going to go ahead and make this as well, probably back here by our little cemetery and stuff. So right now we'll go ahead and place down a little 8 strip there, and I want to see how big these smokehouses are. So we have the option to make it out of clay or limestone. I don't think there's a difference between the food that you can make in it. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be. It's just a different value. So it's 135 for the clay one, 150 for the limestone variant. So we're going to go with that. It also appears to be a little 2x2 square, maybe a 2x3 little square that it is reaching in. So we're going to go ahead and place probably 2 in here, and we'll go ahead and leave a gap. There is a 2-space gap big enough for the table. No, we need a 3-space gap for the table. So we will go ahead and place the table there. the smokehouse on one side, the smokehouse on the other. So then we need another wall here, and we'll go ahead and make this a little bit bigger here. And I think we can actually place these things down without having to build the building first. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll place that one there. There's a 3 space gap, and that should be that one there. And then the table can go in between those two. And then we should be able to go ahead and build the wall here like that. And let's go ahead and leave a space so that we can put the door, and that should be okay. And then we can place some windows down if we wanted to. Something like that should be fine. And then we can go ahead and place the flooring down. But before we do that, we're going to remove these things just so we can see the floor here to make sure that we actually place things down. Can I remove you? Thank you. And again, I think we'll go ahead and do the wooden floor here just so that it is a wooden floor and not a stone floor, I guess. I don't know if there's really that much of a difference. And then we'll also put a window on the back side of the table there, and that should be fine. And then we can go ahead and put a roof over the top of this thing. And can I actually have it go the other way? I don't want it to go that way. Can we go this way with it? I want the shingles to be hanging off the sides on the long bit, not that bit there. Okay, there we go. We just had to rotate it. That should be fine. And then that's going to go ahead and get built in a few minutes here, and we should have some meat getting smoked, and then we should be okay with the food here shortly. And hopefully that kind of doubles our cooking speed, because right now all we have is the little campfire making our meals. So with this thing, hopefully we're able to go ahead and smoke a bit more meat at a time here. Our brewery is just about done here. We need Alan to go ahead and finish off the little station there, and then we can go ahead and start making wine again because we need some juices for our people to drink. And there we go. So if we go ahead and go into it, I don't think we have any of the other stuff available, right? We have the ash, but we don't have the barley for these things or the herbs for this one just yet. We should have it eventually because we have them being planted, but right now we don't have them because they're not grown just yet. But what we can go ahead and do is enable the wine, right? Because we're going to have plenty of that being grown because we have a bunch of the bushes down. We'll enable that to grow forever. And then I think with the beer and the ale, we'll go ahead and enable the beer. I don't know if any of our people have a culinary of 10. If we do, cool. If not, then I guess this is just going to sit there. But we'll go ahead and enable that to go ahead and make a few of those as well. We'll go ahead and maybe make like 10 of them just for the sake of having them. If we can actually make those, then we'll swap it on over to make them forever. But for right now, I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of that being produced. So we actually do have 2 people that are over the culinary requirement of 10, and I believe Richard is one of them, and then I forget who the other one was. Was it this person here? Yeah, this person has 13 as well. So we have one that's 17, one that's 13, so we should be able to go ahead and make the beer when we have our herbs and our barley get matured here. This building over here is just about done. We can go ahead and start placing the little things inside of here to go ahead and start making the stuff in it. So let's go ahead and place down the smokehouses. One there and one there. And then we can go ahead and place the table in between these two. And that should be that little room set up and running here. We can also go ahead and do some torches in here too, just to give it some light and some heat in the winter here. So we'll go ahead and place one. Can I put you on that wall? Let's put you there, and oops, let's put you there. So we'll have 2 torches in there, hopefully giving enough light off here. Or actually, you know what? Let me not put them there. Let me put them on the window wall here. Can I do that? There we go. And we can actually put them on this thing here and here. And that way we have some light, and they can go ahead and hopefully use these smokehouses to go ahead and start making some food for us. And isn't that a whole lot nicer? The floor is completely clean of all the junk around the area. That is so nice. And is this guy not making any more stones? Why is he not making any more stones? Probably because they're not supposed to be working right now. Okay, never mind. That should be fine. So I don't think we're going to place down any more buildings today. We have the little brewery down, we have a little smokehouse down. We're just going to go ahead and let them process through this thing, and then they should start making the bricks again, because I think they are prioritizing the other things around here before they do their actual jobs, because they're kind of building buildings here. All right, and with our smokehouse done here, we can go ahead and toggle this one to go ahead and craft the smoked meat forever. And I think we'll go ahead and leave that one alone for right now. We'll go ahead and enable that one if we need to go ahead and get some more meat being produced here. We'll just have that as a backup for right now, so that in the future, if we need it, we can go ahead and just turn it on, and if not, then it should be fine. We have this guy making the beer, right? We have that all toggled up. Yeah, we do. And I don't know why, but they're still not mining this thing, man. They are prioritizing everything but that. Let me actually change their job stuff then, if they want to place play that game. Let me go to 1 on all of you, and hopefully that makes them all come and mine this thing, because I want this little hill out of our little village, man. There we go. I don't know. I think these ones are just things they can't mine, because I highlighted these ones. They immediately went to them. I highlighted one to the side of these ones, and it's immediately going and mining that one. So I don't think I could mine these, period. I think they're either bugged out or my people don't want to mine right against the cliffside here. I'm not too sure what's going on there. But now that that's gone, are they going to mine the rest of these? Let me toggle that one to be mined as well and see if they'll mine that one out and then mine these ones. So actually, let me cancel this one here, because we don't want them to actually mine that. So we got a new settler. We have another slave that ran into our place here. We're going to go ahead and allow them to go ahead and join us. We will just go ahead and deal with the army that's going to be following them. So that's fine. And over here, we don't want them to mine out too much on this little section, because we want to place another thing of stairs so we can go up here and mine the wood, hopefully. You know what? I think that's actually what's happening here. I don't think they want to mine right against the cliffside here. So we have to go ahead and mine this one, and then it'll mine this one, and we have to zigzag across. So what we're going to do instead is actually just mine this whole thing here. We're going to lose whatever wood is available on this little hillside here, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. We have a little thing of trees being grown already, so it's not the end of the world here. We're just going to go ahead and do away with this whole mountain, and then this will take a little while for us to go ahead and process through, but eventually it'll go ahead and be out of our hair here, and it's going to open up hopefully a bunch of this type of dirt so we can just kind of spam a ton of the berry bushes and get just a ton of berries being produced. But I'm going to go, I didn't realize I paused it, but I'm going to go ahead and hold off here until we have the enemies come in, and then we will go ahead and deal with them in a second. Let me actually have this guy take all the weapons and stuff that are available so that he's actually wearing something instead of just wandering around with nothing. And he's also a slave, so is he going to have handcuffs on like the last one did that we didn't realize? No, not that I can see. Is he angry about having handcuffs on? No. Okay, so he just came here and he doesn't have anything on, so that's good for us. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward until they come in as well, and they're gonna probably prioritize mining out the hillside here. I'm gonna actually switch these guys back to 3 so that they do other stuff instead of just mining right now. I don't want them 100% in mining. I want them doing other things as well. You know what? Actually, we're going to build a little blacksmith area as well, because we don't have that up and running yet, and we kind of need it to go ahead and get some more stuff here. So let's go ahead and plop one of those things down really quick. We're going to try and keep it in line with this building for the most part, and go ahead and probably place it right over here. And that should be the back side of it. And we're going to make this just a single little blacksmith smeltery thing, or a kiln, I think it's called, right? Smelting furnace, never mind. We'll go ahead and place this one here. So we'll do, what do we want? We want a single maybe? We'll do a single thing for right now. And then later on, we'll probably do a double if we actually need a whole lot of steel coming out of here, or iron coming out of here. So we can go ahead and scoop back the walls here. Oops, I don't know how that just happened. And we can go ahead and just kind of close this so that it is safe for them to go ahead and use during the winter, or the time here. So we'll go there with it, over to here, and we'll put the door probably right here, and then we can go ahead and close this off. And we can go ahead and throw a window in here just for the sake of having a window, and then some floors to go ahead and have some floors, and that should be the building pretty much done. Let's go ahead and throw a roof on there as well. Let's go ahead and rotate that so it's going the other way, and that's going to be our little smeltery building here, and hopefully that can go ahead and work. And again, we're just going to go ahead and fast forward again, because we need to go ahead and wait until the enemies show up to go ahead and fight them, and then when they get here, this should be up and running, hopefully. Shouldn't take too long. So the smeltery got up and running here. We have 4 hours before the enemies show up. We can go ahead and have them start making iron ingots or gold ingots, but we don't have any gold currently, so that's not something we can actually do. So we can go ahead and toggle some iron to be being produced here. We will go ahead and have that being made. We'll go ahead and just kind of test it out here. We'll make 10 of them if I could not go past 10. There we go. We'll have that 10 being made. We didn't put any torches in here, did we? We did not. Let me go ahead and put a torch in this room. If I could remember what one it was, yeah, here we go. So let's put the torch there, and that'll be fine for right now. That's going to be a little bit of iron coming out of there. We do need some more tables and stuff down, but right now what I want to go ahead and do with that first initial bit of iron is place down one of these guys, the limestone hearths, because that's a better way of cooking food. So we can go ahead and place that in here and remove our little campfire campfire from in here for right now. We also need to go ahead and get a sewing station down. And I think that's the last 2 tables that we have that we don't have down right now. We have a kiln as well that we need to go ahead and place down at some point. But for right now, I think that'll be fine not being down right now. So here we go. There is 8 of them that showed up. And let me go ahead and get all of my people ready to go ahead and fight here. So we need to go ahead and probably go to this screen, right? Well, no, because that's not going to highlight everybody in one go here. We have to go... Oh, actually, I can do it from here, can I? That should go ahead and have all of them. We have 9 people. Yep, let's go ahead and have them all get drafted. And the enemy should be in this direction here. They're up there. Are we paused? We're not paused. Okay, so let's actually have all of our people get ready and probably hang out right here because they have to come down to us. And then that way we're able to go ahead and start beaming them with some arrows and then hopefully kill them kind of close to our stockpile so we don't have to walk so far with their stuff. But they should be here in just a second. Yeah, they're sprinting toward us. Okay, I want this person to kindly join the rest of our grouping here, and I don't know why these people are not coming out of that building. That should be that. Is that all 9 of them right here? Yes, that's all 9 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and have them kill all of these people here. They are still pretty decent. They just melted that second guy. They melted all 3 of those guys relatively easily there. And so let's see if we can take out the remaining 4 of these guys without taking too many casualties. And we haven't lost anybody in like 2 battles here. So that one lady was really just unfortunate to get caught in whatever she got caught with, to just die like that. But okay, that's the end of that little raid there. We can go ahead and let all of our people go back to being workers again. And we can enable these things to go ahead. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There is a person on the ground that needs to be carried to a bed. So let's go ahead and prioritize that so somebody actually does that and they don't just let her lay on the ground and die. Okay, she woke up. She's going to her bed. Let's enable all this stuff to get picked up off the ground again so that it doesn't just sit here forever. And then does anybody need medical? They do need medical. So we need to find Emmett. He needs medical. And then Caitlin needs medical, which is, where you at, Caitlin? Or Caitlin? Something like that. I don't see her in here. Oh, it's right underneath. She's right underneath Emmett right there. So that should be fine. We're going to go ahead and have her get medicaled as well. So actually our medic is passed out on the ground. We need to go ahead and have somebody else doing the medicine. So Richard is also 8. So that should be fine. Let's go ahead and have him help her. All right. All of our medical stuff is squared away there. Everybody's healthy and good to go. We are going to go ahead and actually wrap up today's episode there, I believe. In between episodes, I think I might go ahead and progress some time here because now we are just going to go ahead and cycle back through the seasons here, and we've already gone through all the seasons together. So what I want to go ahead and do is mine out this entire thing here before we go ahead and roll into next episode, and then next episode we'll be able to go ahead and start placing down some more buildings. Hopefully we can make a better dent in our wall stuff here because we literally only put down 4 pieces of wall and that was it. And I think that's mostly because we had them building a couple buildings here and there, and then we had them mining this thing out and messing with all the planting and stuff because spring just reopened and they were able to plant again. So hopefully next episode we can go ahead and get some more buildings down. We definitely need the clothing thing down so we can start making some winter clothes just in preparation for next winter. But I think for right now that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.